welcome in on this Thursday. It is time for another episode of Kicking It with Kierra, with your one and only Kierra, the social media manager of the Sickle Cell Consortium. So, if you've never been here before, Kicking It with Kierra is for positive, chill vibes only. It is not a structured live. It is literally a platform for us to come, chill, hang out with each other while still keeping at the forefront sickle cell awareness. And so the partner that I will be interviewing today is a sickle cell warrior, an advocate, and the creator and owner of Sickle Cell Genius blog. And he has recently earned his doctorates in medical and health humanities. And today's guest, I have the pleasure of interviewing the one and only Kadeem Kayle. Hey,
Hey,
Kadeem.
hey, Kara. Hey, thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. How are
Yeah,
you doing today?
I'm good. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Getting through the week. We finally passed hump day, so that means the rest of the week should go on in. If y'all are coming in, come on in the room. We are about to start our interview with our partner, Kadeem Kayle. And before we get started, when you come in, if you comment the word kicking it, you will be entered into a giveaway. So when you come in the comments and in the chat, enter the word kicking it to be entered into a giveaway. And at the end of the live, we will put your name into a randomizer so that you have a chance to win a prize. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on in, Kadeem. So my first question is, at what age did you begin your advocacy?
Um, Interesting question. Because I feel like I just fell into advocacy. So I would say maybe I was 18 years old, and I was a freshman in college, and during that time I was attending Bethune Cookman, and we had to do volunteer work, and we had to do a certain number of hours. So I did mine at a sickle cell organization in Daytona, and I guess that's how I fell into sickle cell advocacy. And I didn't know at that time what sickle cell advocacy was, or that I wowould be doing sickle cell advocacy in the future. So I would say probably 18 when I was 18.
About 18 years old. It's so funny that you say you kind of fell into it, because I think as advocates, it's like we're born advocates, if you want to
Yeah.
be honest. Like, we're advocating for ourselves in the hospital, and we're having to speak up for ourselves at an early age. So if we were technical, we've been advocates. But that leads me into my next question: how have you been able to turn advocacy into a career?
Um, I would say I've been able to turn advocacy into a career just by focusing on my passion. I like writing, and I like poetry, and I like philosophy. So it's just like applying that concept towards sickle cell disease, or trying to see what I can create, like, poetry and sickle cell disease, or like new philosophical theories about sickle cell disease, and just constantly writing, practicing writing every day. I think that's how, like, I've developed a career in advocacy.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you mean, because a lot of people think there's like a special formula to like being an advocate, but a lot of times we just end up throwing ourselves out there and doing something that we love. So when I hear you talk about writing and stuff, at what point did you create Sickle Cell Genius blog, and can you give a little bit of information to the viewers about what that blog is?
So I created Sickle Cell Genius. It's always been on my mind to like do a blog, and I didn't know like what type of blog I wanted to do. So a lot of people were telling me to do a niche, do something that you're very passionate about, and something that you're curious about. So I decided to do a blog about sickle cell disease, but I didn't know like what content I would create. So I just did like what I like about sickle cell disease. And I created my blog in like right after the pandemic, or during the pandemic, like maybe 2021. And what I do is I write about different situations about sickle cell disease, whether it be mental health, whether it be just metaphysical aspects of sickle cell disease, philosophy of sickle cell disease, history of sickle cell disease. So I like to, educate the world or society about sickle cell disease just through various different forms of writing. So that's really what my blog is about.
Absolutely. And so, when you're writing in your blog or putting yourself on social media, can you give us a little insight on like what doors were open with you for fulcrum or different things like that? Like, was your blog and the things that you were writing about on social media the gate that opened you up to start getting partnerships such as like fulcrum?
Actually, I wouldn't say that because I started doing like advocacy before I did the blog.
Okay.
So I was already in the field of advocacy. It's just like I wanted to contribute. Um, I wanted to like share something from me, from my own perspective of living with sickle cell disease. So that's
Mhm.
really why I created Sickle Cell Genius, just to share my idea to see how it's gonna grow, because creating content is not easy, and and writing too is not easy, and then when you're doing it all by yourself, it's a struggle. But
Mhm.
what I like is that I keep the momentum going in some fathom. I'm glad of the blog post that I did come up with so far. But I would say I don't think like my opportunities came from like blogging necessarily, but
Mhm.
being an advocate and wanting to like contribute even more and bring myself more into the community. That's why I developed the blog.
Gotcha. And it's an amazing blog, may I say. Like, you are literally a genius when it comes to the philosophies, like you said, and different things with this illness that not a lot of people would know. So, if you have not heard of Kadeem's blog, Sickle Cell Genius, we have dropped the link in the chat for you. Take some time to check that out. It has so many good resources and information, and some interesting things there. I kind of got stuck on there just scrolling. So, kudos to you about that. So we're going to kind of transition. And if we have some new viewers that's watching, when you enter in, if you comment the word kicking it, you will be entered into a giveaway. So comment in the chat box kicking it, and you will be entered into a randomizer and have a chance to win a prize. So Kadeem, my next question also for the new viewers that's watching would be, I know you recently got your doctor's degree. Congratulations. Can you tell us the journey to your doctorate and how long it took you?
To be honest with you, it was a struggle, and it took nearly 10 years, I would say. It took a long time, but I don't want to see it as like a long time. I think it's like God's plan that it
Right.
happened when it happened. But
Absolutely.
my graduate journey, or my doctorate journey, it was difficult. Like, from the first semester of taking classes, I had to take out an incomplete, and that happened every semester. So I had a lot of making up to do. I had a lot of work to do. It was a huge sacrifice. I even had professors tell me maybe this isn't for you. But that didn't stop me from pursuing something that I loved, especially like having sickle cell disease and studying
Mhm.
medical and health humanities. I just felt compelled to just keep going. And like I said, I feel like I just stayed with God's plan. So
Exactly.
um, yeah, like my journey, graduate
It was
school,
a journey, huh?
it was a journey, and it was a difficult journey, but I'm glad I stuck to it. Like, some people would say that, it was a long journey, but I finished. And thank God I finished, and I produced a wonderful project. That's something that I'm very proud of.
Yes, and that's exactly why I wanted you to kind of talk about that because we know, as me and you both being sickle cell warriors, that, even though we have this disease and illness, it doesn't mean that it's impossible. It might take you some time, it might be slow and steady wins the race, but what matters most is that you completed it and you got it done. And so if there's anyone out there that's viewing and you are thinking about going to school or simply have a passion to do something, go forth and do it and be prosperous, because I honestly like to say sickle cell warriors can do anything that they want to
Anything,
do with
anything.
the type of drive and
Yep.
endurance, and like, and don't tell us we can't do something, because that's a whole nother battle. So but we have so much power and strength in us to want to accomplish things, because we want to be successful, and we don't let our chronic illness have use it as a crutch, and we don't use our chronic illness as a crutch. So congratulations, Kadeem. Can we get some hand claps and some
Thank you.
congratulations in the comments, because that is wonderful, because it's Dr. Kadeem Kayle now, if you didn't know, so get that right. But thank you for talking about that, because I did want to shine a light on that and say, from the consortium, we are so proud of you. You are such an amazing advocate. You are such an amazing partner in all of your accomplishments. We see you, and we want to know that if there is anything that the consortium can do to support you, please let us know. And so my last question for you is, do you know exactly what you want to do now with your doctorate? I know you said it's in medical and health humanities. Do you know exactly kind of what job or what that looks like for you now that you have graduated?
Um, I mean, to be honest with you, what I've always wanted to do was become a professor. Um, so I definitely, do want to do a little bit of teaching, but I also want to continue doing more narrative research projects and, continue writing and working on publication. So that's really what my focus is right now is um, teaching, research, and writing.
Yeah. And that you are good at. Like, you were doing that before you got that degree. So I don't care what nobody say. You've been certified to me. But yes, congratulations. Y'all, we have so much love in the comments for Kadeem. Let me shout out a few people that we see. The consortium is saying congrats. So congratulations. Hi, Jonathan. We see you. Thank you for telling Kadeem congratulations and joining us
Hey,
today.
Jonathan.
So many people just dropping congratulations, because we genuinely are proud of you. And so, if you don't mind, we're gonna chill a little bit, because it says kicking it with Kierra. So we're gonna do a few games of this and that before we kind of get into some announcements and close out for the evening. So we're gonna play this or that, and in the comments, please feel free to participate with us, because y'all are kicking it with us today. So the first this or that, Kadeem, coffee or tea?
Definitely tea.
Tea, you're a tea person.
Definitely.
See, for me, I
Oh,
like coffee
coffee.
and tea.
Okay.
It's really hard to pick. Like, well, some people don't like coffee, but like I said last time, you can like jazz up your coffee. They got frappuccinos. You can put caramel, this and that. So, like, if you just don't like the bitter coffee taste, oh,
I
you
used to
got
be a
it.
drinker. I used to be a coffee drinker, but it's just tea now. So do you drink coffee like in the mornings, like, or like in the afternoons, or
Okay, so I be making content, as you know. So
yeah,
sometimes I'm up late night editing, and I probably will drink like a frap or something. But then in the morning as well, like when I first get up, I do kind of want some coffee to get me going, and then I do tea like kind of at bedtime, because we have like bedtime tea, nighttime tea, like to
yeah.
relax you and stuff like that. So that's why I say it's hard for me to pick. But we have some more comments, and I wanted to acknowledge this. Greatness 48 says, congratulations from a mother of a daughter with sickle cell.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So she knows the fighting and that journey. So absolutely congratulations. So the next this or that, summer or winter?
Definitely summer.
Summer, right. Cause we
Yeah,
warm out.
yeah.
We
The
ain't
joint,
trying to be froze out and be up in that hospital room,
and
but we're not trying to get overheated either. So
nah, yeah, exactly. But in the winter, the joints be like stiff. So
yes,
um,
like can't move.
yeah. So I mean, winter. I mean, summer.
Summer, I would agree. I would definitely say summer. Omika says tea for the last answer. Her answer would be tea. So we got some tea drinkers. Kind of a mix. I see a lot more tea than coffee, actually. All right. So the next question is, are you a morning person or night owl?
I'm definitely a morning person.
I'm a night owl. I
Okay.
don't like waking up early in the morning. Catch
Yeah.
me at noon. That's when I'll best be efficient for you. And like I said, I'm up late nights editing, or like sometimes I'll do late night content recording. So I'm definitely a night owl. Let's see what some of the comments are saying though. Let's see if anyone are night owls. I don't see quite yet, but if we catch up, then we'll go there. So the next question is books or movies?
Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough
Um,
one.
um, I like books. I mean, yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
I'm gonna
And
say
let me tell y'all why. Because like with books, you like they don't understand that there's more details in a book than it
exactly.
could
Yeah, that's
ever
what I'm
be in a
saying.
movie.
Yeah,
So even if there's like a book that turned into a movie, still read the book. Because
exactly.
nine
There's
times out
so
of
much
10,
in it.
all of
Yeah,
this stuff is not gonna be in the movie because y'all know
mhm,
they gotta make it short. So
yeah.
it's hard. I see some books. I see an answer that says night. Somebody is saying they are a night person and not a morning person. Oh, Jonathan said he's a night person. Joy said books. Books. Let me see. Omika says she's a night owl, and Greatness 48 says a morning person. All right, so our next one would be city life or country life.
Oh, um, I'd have to say city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do like the country, but I like walking down to like a store right down the street. So
Right.
I'm gonna say city.
I would say city because like the lights and like the
Yeah.
nighttime life and all that. The country. I was born in Amarillo, Texas, and that is very much so the country of the countryest town that you will ever know. So I was delighted to be a 12-year-old moving to Dallas. So
Yeah.
next. Okay, I see a lot of cities. Everybody pretty much is saying city over country, so definitely understood. Sunrise or sunset?
Hmm. I'm gonna say the sunset.
Yeah.
Something about looking at the sunset.
It's something about the sunset after like a long day, and
Yeah.
like I don't know if you ever been to those drive-in movies, like where you can drive into your car and watch the movie, but like that is the best time to like watch a sunset and all that. I still see some cities populating in the chat. Everybody is like, "City, me please." That is not their life. Country life is not their life. So our next question: chocolate or vanilla?
Hmm. I like vanilla. If
Vanilla.
I'd probably pick vanilla over chocolate.
Okay. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I really like either. If
Um,
I had to pick, I would say vanilla too. Cause like
uh,
when you're eating chocolate and you kind of get tired of chocolate a little bit, that
yeah.
would be me. So vanilla for sure. Okay, this is gonna be the last this or that question. Netflix or Hulu?
Oh. I'm gonna have to say Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know how certain apps are good for like series and certain apps are good for like movies?
Yeah.
I say like when Netflix first came out, it was like the movie, like
Yeah.
every movie that you possibly needed to see was on Netflix. Now it's like mainly shows because you
Yep.
got Netflix original series now and stuff like that. Hulu, I have a love and hate relationship with Hulu. There's times I will use my subscription for Hulu, and there's times where I could forget about it, and they still taking the $20 out my account, and I don't appreciate that. But anyways, I see Netflix. I see Netflix in the comments. Jonathan says Prime. I felt that twin. I felt that Prime for sure because Prime got all the good stuff. They got the new things that hit out. Okay, I finally see a Hulu. I see a Hulu now. They got new movies coming out on Prime. It seemed like as soon as it comes out of theaters, you can guarantee it be on Prime. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So I totally get that. Well, that's it for our this or that questions. Now we're gonna what before I get into the announcements, if you are just popping in, comment the word kicking it in the chat box below and you will be entered in a chance to win a prize. Your name will be entered into a randomizer so that you can have a chance to win a prize. Oh, someone wants to know, what college did you go to and will you be going back to school?
um, I went to Drew University, and I don't think I'm going back to school. Not for now. Like,
Right, that doctors was a lot.
yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, so you think you got your doctorates, and right now you're just gonna chill out and practicing your doctorates. That's awesome. That's good to know. Okay, guys. So, like I said, drop the word kicking it in the chat so you can be entered into that giveaway. But quickly, we are going to go into some important announcements. If you don't know, the biggest thing that is coming up. Oh, hey, Londa. She says, congratulations, Dr. Kadeem Kayle.
Hey, Yolanda.
So if y'all don't know, the most important thing that is coming up this summer for the consortium is the Warriors Convention. It is happening, y'all. It is happening. The dates are July 17th through the 21st, and we will be going back to Atlanta this year. And the location will be the Western Atlanta Perimeter North. That is the location where this year's Warriors Convention will be held. Again, the dates are July 17th through the 21st. We want to invite the whole family out. This is for all ages, you guys. These are for kids, young and small. We want this to be a family affair. If you know people, if you know anyone with a new sickle cell child who was newly diagnosed in the last 4 years, that means they were newly diagnosed with sickle cell disease in the last 4 years, we are offering them a direct scholarship to attend the Warriors Convention. If you don't know, scholarships will cover your lodging and your hotel room for the convention. And so if you sign that, you will be granted a scholarship and you will get an email saying whether or not you've been approved for scholarship or not. But all newly diagnosed patients and families in the last 4 years will get automatically awarded with a scholarship. We also have a lot of fun things happening this year. We have a health expo. It is technologies, therapies, and treatments expo. And that is for all of our health people. If you have things like books, anything related to health or technology or anything in that realm, you are able to get a booth. That in apps, you will be able to get a booth, and the expo will be taking place during the convention on Saturday. So on Saturday, we will have a block of time for that health expo. And if you would like the booth, stay tuned. We will be giving you a link to register for you to sign up to get a booth for that expo. So you guys, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat as I continue with announcements. Another thing is that homecoming and prom will be coming back this year. So we are having homecoming night on the 19th. That is the 17th, the second day of the Warriors Convention. So we're bringing back homecoming. If you enjoyed the band, you enjoyed the dancers, you enjoyed the talent, you are not going to want to miss this year's homecoming at the 11th Annual Warriors Convention. And we will be bringing that prom back as well. The Royal Ball will be back this year at the convention. So make sure you bring your dresses, your suits, dressed to impress, because we are doing the Royal Ball this year. We already know the community shows up. When you give them details about an event or it's like a certain dress code, the community does show up. So we want to make sure that you guys know that the Royal Ball is coming back. So govern yourselves accordingly if you have to get your dress or suit. But registration and scholarships are open. Registration has now opened. As you can see, the links going by the screen. You can sign up to register. Guys, we're 3 weeks away from the Warriors Convention. So run over there. We still have plenty of scholarships to give. So make sure you sign up for those scholarships. We also still have registration open for you. So if you haven't registered, You got some time. We got 3 weeks left to the Warriors Convention, so make sure you register. And that means you have to register for both virtual, if you're participating virtual, or in person. This is a hybrid event this year, and we would love to see you guys in person. We love to be able to be in the same room with you guys, love on you guys, and have, fellowship with you guys. Sorry, I'm a little churchy, so we do love to fellowship, y'all, but we have that for y'all this year. So we want to make sure that you have everything that you need for this year's Words Convention, and kids are welcome. The nursery as well will be coming back this year. If I'm not mistaken, it's starting from 6 months and above. So if you have a child 6 months or above, we will have our nursery this year for them to go. If I'm missing anything else, team, let me know. But you guys, we are so excited for the Warriors Convention. I know there's been a lot of questions, a lot of asking if it's going to happen, and we are here to say yes, indeed, it is happening. Also, our lovely 60 and over warriors, our golden warriors who are living their life like it's golden, that is back this year too. We always want to have a time where we honor all of our golden warriors 60 and above. That is what the consortium deems as a golden warrior in the community. Also, caregivers, you are welcome as well. This is not just a warrior event. We want all the caregivers of these warriors to come out, and your families. That's caregivers big and small. If you didn't check out a video today on our social media, there's a 5-year-old that is inviting y'all to the Warriors Convention and wants you to know that, yes, kids are welcome. So don't be leaving them at home. We want to see them kids too, y'all. Bring them kids out. We have plenty of activities for them, and everything for them to do is going to be worthwhile. Trust me, at the consortium, we love to have fun. So, Kadeem, before we go, I know that you have been to the convention in the past. How have you liked the Warriors Convention? Can you kind of explain to people how you like it from a men's perspective, and kind of even talk about how men's after dark and all that was?
I think the Warriors Convention is it's different because it's like what it is, like a family reunion or a homecoming. So you see a lot of advocates that you probably see on social media, and not only that, like people who you've probably worked with, and it's a good time to fellowship. It's a good time to learn from one another. And what I like about the Warrior Convention is that there's tracks suitable for everyone. So I'll be working on the men's track with other like the other men in the community, and I've done this with them for a couple of years, and I'm excited to, do it again, and, coming up with tracks that's going to be helpful for men living with sickle cell disease. So I think, especially like if you're a man and you want to know more about like men's health with sickle cell disease, I think the Warrior Convention is a great place to start. It's not as like, I think a lot of people get the perception that it's like conferencey, and you got to dress up and look professional, but it's more relaxed, and like I said, it's like like what you said, it's like a fellowship, a community. Yeah. So it's good. It's good. I think everybody should, register, even if you want to attend virtually. That's fine.
Absolutely. Yes, because we don't leave the men out. And one thing I absolutely love about the consortium is we look at the whole patient lens, and we look at everybody. So when we consider warriors, we consider their caregivers, and that's warriors, men and women. That's caregivers, men and women. So there's no particular group that we want to focus on. We want everyone to know that everyone is welcome to attend the Warriors Convention, and it's going to be worthwhile. It's going to be so fun, like Kadeem says. It's chill, positive vibes. It's really like a big family reunion, like we like to call it. So make sure you are signing up for those scholarships so that we can help you with the room and lodging, and make sure you're registering, you guys, because we are only 3 weeks away. So, Kadeem, I just thank you so much for being my guest on Kicking It with Kierra. Again, everybody, if you're just entering in, comment the word Kicking It for a chance to be entered into a giveaway, because we are about to randomize those names right now. And so before we start, as we start to populate those names, let's go through some comments, Kadeem, and let's see who's still kicking it with us today.
All right.
Let's see. And let's see if we have any questions. If you guys still have any questions for Kadeem as we put your names into this randomizer for these prizes, feel free to shoot them. Kadeem, somebody wants to know what, no, I already asked you what college you went to. That's good. Um, I really don't see any new questions. Let me see. I'm still just scrolling to make sure I don't leave anyone out. Yes, please comment that word kicking it, y'all. We love to give prizes here at the Sickle Cell Consortium. So, oh, Kadeem, I see a question. What would you say to a young person that wants to go to college?
Um, I would say do a lot of research. Like look up what you want to do. If you don't know what you want to do, take few classes and see what you like. Communicate with your professors, and get accommodations that you need, because there's some accommodations you might not even believe are available for sickle cell warriors who go to college, and they're very beneficial. So communicate and get accommodations. That's the advice I would give.
And that is what helped you make it through, because I'm sure there was times that you had a crisis or you simply weren't feeling good and you then had to communicate. And so thank you for that. If you are looking to go to school, that is great advice, because it is not impossible. And we have so many warriors who have shown and have gotten those degrees, several degrees, my ass. This community is well educated, well established. I love my community, because we are a team of rock stars and warriors to our core. I see. Is there help out there depending on pain medication? Is there help out there depending on pain medication? Um,
Um, I mean, I would say to talk to your
Healthcare
healthcare
provider.
provider, but I don't understand. Like,
Maybe if you can type that question again for us, and then we can try to answer that for you, because we don't want to overlook that. But our first advice would be just talk to your healthcare provider. We're not able to diagnose or give any medical advice, because we aren't your medical provider. So our best bet is to talk to your healthcare provider. We also encourage you, if you are, going into any mental health, we are an advocate and also therapy as well. So we are advocate for therapies. We're advocates for knowing your healthcare providers, knowing your hematologist, and your primary care doctor as well. So Kadeem, I think we have gathered all the names for the giveaway, and so we are going to go ahead and randomize the names for all the people who commented the word "kicking it." All right. Let's see, y'all. We're gonna put your names in a randomizer and get it going. Jonathan says, "Y'all are truly amazing." Thank you, Jonathan.
hey, thanks, Jonathan.
I really appreciate it. I still see some kicking it's coming in. People trying to get them prizes, y'all. Come on. Comment the word kicking it, y'all. If you're new here and you didn't know, the announcement is if you are coming in, comment the word kicking it in the chat, and you will be entered into a chance to win a prize. We're going to enter all the names into a randomizer. So it's not like we're hand picking them, y'all. This is very fair. We're going to make sure everybody has a chance to win. Kadeem, I really appreciate you for being on Kicking It with Kierra. I know you are always rocking with me behind the scenes and things like that. So I really appreciate you. What, besides this one that I did with you, what is something that stood out to you from other past Kicking It with Kierras, or something that was been your favorite?
Um, I would say so. Like
Like, so
what
we've had Tamia, Dr. Tamia Austin on, and last guest we had Georgia Glass, and we got to play this or that. What stands out to you about Kicking It with Kiera that's different from like all the other lives we do, like community conversations, or telling you guys about different events? What separates Kicking It with Kiera from that?
I would say the fun, this and that. Like it's very relaxed, and I like that. So I would say the games that you play with your guests, I think that's different, and it's still kind of educational to sickle cell disease. So I still like that and admire it. So I'd say
Yes.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for that, guys. So this was episode 3 of Kicking It with Kierra. Hi, Dr. Bailey, the one and only. Our founder and executive director is in the comments. Dr. Lakia Bailey is in the house. What? Hi, Dr. Bailey. Okay, y'all. Can I get a drum roll? Because we have the winners from the giveaway. The winners are Omika and Daisha Wells.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations to our winners. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to the 3rd episode with Kicking It with Kierra. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you, Kadeem, for being my guest. And that is it for Kicking It with Kierra. Make sure y'all sign up for the convention because it's coming July 17th through the 21st. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you for having me.